Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Admiral Addy, and as you can tell by my attire, I'm currently in Animal Crossing, which is why I thought it was the perfect time to discuss what I thought and how I'm feeling about this beauty of a game. So as you can tell by what I'm currently wearing, this is what it feels like to actually play Animal Crossing. You'll be walking around with a kimono on, in your Japanese act, and then you'll have a snorkel on your face. It doesn't even matter. You can do whatever you want pretty much, and I think that that's the main emphasis that the game takes. It's the main thing that pushes the game beyond, and I like that a lot about it. You can do pretty much whatever you want. I mean, I got Godzilla sitting outside of my house just watching over the place next to my bamboo trees. It's like, what's even going on here? No one even knows, but all my islanders are like, hey, this is pretty sweet. I enjoy this a lot. While on the outside, the game looks pretty simplistic, you know, pretty easy. Looks like anyone can just hop in there and get down in the trenches and really start making some groundbreaking discoveries. That's not the case. This game can break any man. Any of the hardest men can go into this game and it'll just punish you till your existence slowly fades away. You could have an ex-Navy SEAL hop into this game and he'd be asking himself, would my bamboo tree look better next to my fern or my koi pond? In what other game would someone even ask themselves that? In what other world? But that's kind of where this game excels at. It makes you really think about design, something no one even questions. Usually I just throw shit down. A lot of the game takes place with your fishing. There's a new summer update now where you can start swimming. You'll just be swimming around, which is pretty fun. You'll be catching sharks. You can catch anything you want. And then you just sell that for money. And essentially that's what keeps everything going. That's what allows you to upgrade your house. Except there are a few points where the game feels a little bit slow. At some point you're looking for more villagers to come to your island. And you're kind of just biding time, doing whatever you can find to do, and just putting stuff down. You can't build paths yet, you can't change how the world looks, so nothing's coming together quite how you want it to yet. And at this point I feel it just kind of slows down because you're waiting and waiting for people to get there, which I didn't necessarily like that much, but it's still cool. I get it, they gotta pace the game out. I mean, this game takes days and days. You'll wake up in the morning, or at least if you're like me, you'll wake up in the morning and be like, alright, time to get some stuff done. And then you find out that you've just been playing Animal Crossing for 4 hours straight and you're like, what even just happened? Where am I even at? Is this still my room? You'll just find yourself lost in the game, and that's pretty hard for a game to do, which is why I enjoy it so much. One of the main driving forces or caveats of the game that keeps it going really is that there really is just an infinite amount of stuff to do. There's so much stuff you can craft and so much stuff you can build. A lot of it seems pretty meaningless. I mean, there are so many items where I just look at it and I'm like, I can't even imagine where that would go. I could throw that on the bottom of the ocean and somehow that would still end up ruining how my place looked. But I guess it really comes down to personal choice, and that's kind of what Animal Crossing is. As you can see, I got on a freaking vest and some goggles, some BMX goggles, and a hat, and it's like, this is just normal life around there. I got a samurai right now who lives at my place, and it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. You got a few of the villagers are kind of interesting. One of them, you'll find him sitting down everywhere. I remember I ran into him earlier today and he was sitting down and he's like, it may look like I'm just resting, but actually I'm getting my ab workout in. And I was like, all right there, buddy. We got Bobby Biceps over here working out all the time. So that's pretty cool. It gives the island more of an actual alive feeling. However, there are some tasks that seem a little bit menial. Like one of the quests is it's a quest, not necessarily, but I had to take a picture of a wedding. Like I had to set up the inside of a house for a wedding and stuff. And it was alright. It just seems like it shouldn't be that way. There are also things with crafting. Like I swear to God, the amount of times I'm just sitting there slamming the A button like, okay buddy, craft this. As I'm trying to craft fish bait, you can only craft one at a time somehow. Blows my mind every time that I'm doing it. I'm just slamming away at the A button. And it's like, can this please go any faster? I get it has to take some time, but please. I'm just trying to craft some fish bait. I remember I was sitting in the car just the other day, and I was sitting there slamming the A button so hard, I was looking around, I'm like, is anyone else getting annoyed by how much I'm clicking this A button? It didn't seem to faze anyone else, but I myself was getting annoyed by it. So that's just one of the main things it takes away from this game, I think. However, you really can find yourself getting lost in the world. You'll just be out there. It really replaces real life. I'll be swimming down, finding new items and stuff, finding pearls on the ocean floor, and I'm like, Why would anyone want to do this in real life? I can just do it right here. I was outside just the other day for like 2.5 hours and I'm sunburnt to shit. Why would I want to do that when I can just sit here and collect stuff in Animal Crossing and just sell it for money? I mean, as you can see, I'm fully suited up. I clearly would rather be in Animal Crossing right now than this. Another thing is the overall amount of insects and animals and fossils that you can find seems endless. I mean, I've caught so much different shit. However, it does seem a little bit repetitive as you catch more of the same fish over and over again, but I think that sort of takes a backseat later on in the game when you're really getting down into the trenches, as I say again, and you're starting to build stuff. Everything's coming together, your house is looking really nice, and you're designing it very well. However, there's one key point about designing that really can just make the most hardened war veteran crack. So you're sitting there, imagine this, let this sink into your mind. You're sitting there, you've got everything lined up, all right? You got a two wide staircase leading straight up the hill, and you got your road exiting straight from that, and then you find out, boom, your museum, the entrance to it is 3 blocks wide, and it will just throw everything off. And it's like, that about just makes you want to jump off your house once you have that happen to you. And I assure you, it will. Unless you're some master planner, it is going to happen to you and you will want to end it all. But aside from that, I think that the game is really enjoyable. I mean, I've spent far too much time doing this. I'll be sitting there grinding away late at night. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, why am I still here? Just to suffer? I'm just catching fish, putting them in my storage because you can't sell them at night. Well, you can, but it'll be at a cheaper price, and you know you can't take the cheaper price. You just can't do that to yourself. So you're sitting there grinding away. Please, please, I need to go to bed. I got stuff to do in the morning. And it doesn't happen. You're just there. But that also is what makes it so goddamn enjoyable, because you just want to get the next thing done. You want to make your village bigger, and you want to flex to everyone. You want to show your friends, hey, fuck you, I'm better than you. You see my place? My place has a ton of stuff. I got a Godzilla. What do you have? Nothing. You got nothing. And that's really what brings the game together. That's what brings it to life. That's what makes real life suck. You take real life, throw it in the trash, and then all you got is Animal Crossing, and you're like, yes, this is what I do. And on that note, I think that it is fair to give this game a solid 85%. Maybe 85 to 90%. It's in that margin. I swear to God, if I didn't have to slam the A button to craft stuff every single time, I'm just sitting there, go faster. And then the reading stuff takes so long. Without those caveats, everything solid. But with those, I'm going to have to lower it down to, you know what, I'll give it a 90. I'll give it a 90. I've spent too much time to give it anything less than a 90, alright? So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know if you've played it or if you want to play it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.